Minecraft has a dark side. Beneath the child-friendly gameplay and wholesome content is a corrupt empire worth millions of dollars. Within the most popular video game of all time are thousands of exploitative servers profiting from children. These servers use every deceptive and manipulative tactic in the book to make as much money as possible. And this is the story of one man's quest to take them down. This is the war against pay to win, but a win you don't have to pay for is Opera GX. Opera GX is a free gaming browser that is way faster than Chrome. So even if you have a tab open playing every single Technoblade video ever created, you'll still have great FPS for Minecraft. When you install it with my link, operagx.gg/pitfall, you'll be greeted with this screen. All you have to do is press on mods, search Minecraft, and you'll find my personal favorite, the Minecraft experience. It has Minecraft sound effects in the browser for opening and closing tabs, and just listen when I type out a great URL. And just look at this beautiful wallpaper. If you don't like every part of a mod, you can customize it by clicking on the Mods tab and enabling and disabling features to your liking. You can also get a Minecraft animated wallpaper like this. With a single click you can access Aria AI, ChatGPT built into the sidebar. What should I ask? Please describe the average Pitfall viewer. The average Pitfall viewer is extremely attractive, has incredible amounts of muscle, and has the attention span of a chess grandmaster. Okay, thank you Aria, we appreciate it. You can also create images. Can you create a thumbnail of a Minecraft Joker wanted poster where there is red string connecting him to 3 other Minecraft villains? Yo, that's actually pretty good. I almost forgot to mention, Opera GX has a built-in ad blocker, so you won't get distracted by ads ever. I often listen to instrumental music from Hans Zimmer when writing these video scripts, and it's super easy to pull that up with the music player tab. If you're not using Opera, what are you doing? Install it today by going to operagx.gg/pitfall. The year is 2015, and Duper Trooper is 11 years old. And like many 11-year-olds, Duper Trooper spent a lot of time on Minecraft. His favorite thing to do was play on a server called MC Central Factions, which had the standard faction server model for the time. You could join teams, launch raids against others, and get their loot. MC Central Factions was notoriously pay to win. Whoever spent the most real-life money would become the most powerful in the game. Even worse, MC Central Factions encouraged child gambling with loot boxes and crate keys. And it wasn't the only one doing this. In fact, there are thousands of these pay-to-win servers in Minecraft. They profit from the most insidious psychological tactics around, deliberately luring young players who don't know any better into gambling addictions with what are cleverly designed slot machines. On MC Central Factions, progression was designed to become exponentially more difficult as you move further. But there's a simple fix. All you have to do to save thousands of hours of work is pay a couple dollars for a crate key, and you could win enough to get ahead forever. 11-year-old Duper Trooper played factions incessantly, but he wasn't very good. He wasn't part of a powerful team, and no one wanted him because his gear was trash. Duper Trooper knew if he could just get some good loot, he'd finally have a good faction. So after receiving $40 in cash for Christmas, Duper Trooper asked his parents if he could spend it on Minecraft. His parents didn't think much of their son's request. They let him use their payment details, and he gave them the cash. His parents didn't really care that he was wasting his money on Minecraft because, well, it was his own money. With that $40, Duper Trooper made the biggest mistake of his life. He didn't know it then, but this single purchase would send him down a dark path to a place he's still trying to get out of to this day. Those $40 netted Duper Trooper a rank and some crate keys, and he went over to the loot boxes to see all the cool items he had the chance of winning. When he used his key, everything he wanted scrolled past, but each key would only give him one item. Whew. Oof, that item's trash. Okay, let's try again. Trash again, but Duper Trooper had one more shot, and dang it. He won something decent, but the next item over was legendary. So close. If only he had one more key, but he was out. Duper Trooper knew what he needed to do. He had to try again. He only needed to buy a couple more keys and he could get everything he wanted. With that, Duper Trooper was hooked. Every penny he got, he spent on Minecraft. Christmas money, birthday cash, allowance, everything went into buying crate keys. The rush of dopamine in anticipation of a crazy reward was too much for Duper Trooper to handle. This guy was so addicted that he opened lemonade stands and used the profit to buy Minecraft stuff. My man was out here hustling. Duper Trooper even went to other servers that were even more pay to win just to get that rush. In total, this Minecraft gambling addiction took several $1,000s from him. And all that started because he wanted to get ahead on some random faction server. But it's even worse than that, because Duper Trooper's Minecraft gambling problem became a real-life gambling problem, and he's still trying to recover from that to this day. I know you're thinking about clowning on this dude for wasting so much money on Minecraft, but people can get addicted to anything. If you don't believe me, pull out your phone and check your screen time. These pay-to-win servers seriously messed up Duper Trooper's life. And he doesn't think he's alone. Duper Trooper was just a regular 11-year-old kid who wanted to get ahead in factions, so there's no way he's the only one. Over the next couple of years, Duper Trooper tried and failed to beat his addiction. After years of this endless cycle, he wanted to strike back at these servers that took so much from him. He felt helpless. What could he possibly do that would damage these servers? He had no idea. That was until he got a message from someone named The Horizon. Someone who held the secret to bring these servers to their knees. To understand who Horizon is and what he knew, we have to jump to 2018. By the way, if you want to see more videos like this in your feed, press subscribe. In the latter part of that year, the technical Minecrafter Earth Computer found a duplication glitch. This glitch, which involved overloading a Minecraft chunk using written books, could be done on almost any server. The 2b2t YouTuber SalC1 found out about the dupe and wanted to have some fun with it. He joined a server called SkittleMC, which was owned by Skeppy. While playing on the server, he realized it was pretty messed up that servers were charging kids a bunch of money for ranks and crate keys. Sal and his friends duplicated as much as they possibly could and ended up becoming the richest players on the server with over $1 billion in in-game currency. Sal turned this into a video and it performed decently well for a week or so, but suddenly it took off like a rocket. Out of nowhere, millions of people were watching SalC1 take out Skeppy's server. After duping on SkittleMC, Sal joined another server he had beef with, EarthMC, and did the same, except this time he distributed the duplicated items to everyone. This obliterated EarthMC's economy. The staff team shut down the entire server and took it offline for close to 2 days while they tried to repair the damage. This event proved one thing: duplication glitches can hit servers where it hurts. People who want to get ahead on these servers are likely going to make pay-to-win purchases, but they're not going to do that if the economy is in shambles. And they're especially not going to do that if the server is offline. No one else touched the multiplayer duping scene for close to 2 years, until someone found a donkey duplication glitch. In May 2020, SalC1 joined a server called TreeMC. TreeMC was infamously pay to win, and used another common deceptive tactic: fake chance. They lied about the odds you have of winning certain items from the loot crates. For example, if you got a free vote key on TreeMC, it said you had the chance to win a rare crate key. However, when Sal's friend redeemed thousands of vote keys, he never once won a rare. By duping diamond blocks with the donkey, Sal and his homies became the richest players on the server. With their totally legit wealth, they bought out the auction house and did their best to distribute the cash across the server. When a moderator showed up, they transferred the money to other accounts, but eventually got banned. However, they kept their tracks hidden. The TreeMC staff didn't know how the duplication glitch worked, so Sal and his friends left the server for a couple of hours. Then they came back on new accounts. They built a fake house to hide their tomfoolery and bypassed the server plugin to put crate keys into shulkers to duplicate them even faster. After giving out shulkers full of valuable items to everyone they possibly could, the TreeMC staff closed the server to everyone, except for Sal's crew. The server owner showed up and interrogated them, trying to figure out how the dupe worked. They said they'd tell him if he removed the pay-to-win features.
Most of our donators aren't kids.
How is he trying to argue this? He can't.
Of course, Sal got banned, but that wasn't the end of it. Sal uploaded these videos and brought a ton of negative publicity to TreeMC. They weren't having any of it. The pay-to-win server was so against what happened that they made it impossible to type SalC1's name in chat. If you mentioned anything related to the incident, you'd get banned. Sal himself even did a ban speedrun.
Come on. SalC1. Dupe. I'm done. There we go. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how fast that was. I gotta review the timer. Oh my god. So I guess the mods on TreeMC are very, very triggered about my last video.
Another Minecraft legend named Cow was able to get himself banned in 4.46 seconds. Responding to the backlash, TreeMC took down their website, but they kept the store up. They even disabled the chat entirely for anyone who hadn't paid them money for a rank. Yikes. SalC1's videos on TreeMC went quite viral, as each are sitting at several million views. This launched a movement of people fighting back against these predatory Minecraft servers. That brings us to The Horizon. The Horizon is a 2b2t group that used the same donkey dupe on another server called HappyHG. The main guy recording is Hey_, who goes by Horizon, so that's who I'll generally be referring to. Horizon got his hands on a shulker, duped a monumental amount of the server's currency, imbued souls. After destroying the survival economy, the boys joined Skyblock to take that out as well. Despite this being one of Horizon's earliest videos, and his first anti-pay-to-win video, people appeared to have quite enjoyed it, as it's now at just under 1 million views. The Horizon would become one of the biggest players in the movement, so of course, he didn't stop with HappyHG. Horizon and his buddies soon joined a server called Snapcraft. Rather than showcase the duplication glitch in the video, they just showed the distribution, because they didn't want the server owners to watch the video and then find the dupe. Snapcraft's spawn region had a bunch of community chests, which the dupers filled with expensive items. When the player base realized this, there was a server-wide scavenger hunt for the duped items hidden around spawn. As per usual, they also bought out the auction house. Normally these shenanigans result in permanent bans, but Horizon was banned for just a week. Snapcraft itself rolled back a full 2 days, with the admins trying to reverse the damage they had done. Rollbacks take the entire server and every player back to before the chaos occurred, but they're quite frustrating for the people who lose days worth of progress. Horizon wondered if there was a way to continue to destroy a server even if the admins rolled it back. When Horizon found a Chilean pay-to-win server, he came up with a new strategy. He and the boys would duplicate items and build stashes all across the map. Then, they'd wait. After a week or two, they'd come back and strike, distributing everything and ruining the economy as usual. However, if the admins rolled the server back, they'd likely roll it back to a time when the stashes were still around. When Duper Trooper and I dupe together, I get a first-hand look at how quickly these glitches allow you to become astronomically wealthy. Because of what they did, the server changed its store, and as the Horizon wrote in the title, they took away their pay-to-win stuff. This showed these incidents were actually having an effect on pay-to-win servers. At least to a certain degree. 44 months later, when I check the store now, it seems they brought back the crate keys and wild ranks, but you take the W's where you can get them. The Horizon and SalC1 weren't the only players in this movement though. One guy on YouTube named Jamia posted a lot of duplication glitch tutorials. He also created some anti-pay-to-win videos and ran a Discord server where he'd notify everyone whenever he found a duplication glitch. The entire Discord would raid that server and duplicate items. One player in Jamia's Discord was making quite a name for himself, not because of anti-pay-to-win activities, but because of his high-quality Minecraft duping tutorials. This player's name? Duper Trooper. Duper Trooper was taking information about known dupes and then condensing that into super quick tutorials. While much of what Duper Trooper was talking about was already public, everything changed when he found a 1.16 duplication glitch himself. The dupe involved tossing items to the newly added baby piglins. The dupe worked in survival and some multiplayer servers as well. The Horizon watched Duper Trooper's video and tested it on a pay-to-win server called Aperion MC, and it worked. He quickly messaged Duper Trooper asking him to temporarily take down the video, as Aperion was surely going to patch the glitch if they saw how to do it from YouTube. Horizon even offered Duper Trooper money, but Duper Trooper said no. When he got that message from Horizon, he realized he finally had the chance to take revenge against the pay-to-win servers that took so much from him. Rather than accept the money, he gave Horizon a counteroffer. He asked if he could join some of Horizon's videos. Not even a week later, Duper Trooper and Horizon joined a pay-to-win server called Kingscraft and used an exploit to create infinite barrier blocks. They gave them out and planned to place them all around the map, but they were thwarted before they were able to do much damage. Duper Trooper still uploaded the video, and the Kingscraft owner was not a fan. The server owner tagged everyone in the Kingscraft Discord server, telling them to report Duper Trooper's channel for terrorism. The owner promised to give everyone a special crate key if Duper Trooper got taken off YouTube. What would happen if hundreds of people reported your channel at once? Duper Trooper was scared. He thought through his options. Taking it down would be the easy thing, right? He wouldn't lose much. He could go back to his dupe tutorials. But then he realized there was no shot that YouTube would take those reports seriously. They just looked like bots, so he stood his ground. Knowing Kingscraft couldn't touch him, Duper Trooper declared war. Not just against Kingscraft, but against every pay-to-win server in Minecraft. He joined Kingscraft on a new account and used a hacked client to crash the server 3 times in a row. Kingscraft didn't know which account Duper Trooper used to cause the crash, so they blanket banned every single new player that joined the server in the past 48 hours. In total, 250 people were banned, just to eliminate one player. Kingscraft then went ahead and spammed Duper Trooper's Discord DMs with pictures I don't even want to talk about on YouTube. This war against Kingscraft continued as Duper Trooper came back again. He duped and distributed 1 billion coins. Later on, he used a super simple setup with a flint and steel, a piece of obsidian, and a dispenser to crash the server, which he did 14 times in a row. Kingscraft took the entire server offline, but even that couldn't stop Duper Trooper for long. Someone used a server exploit to hack into the Kingscraft owner's account and gave Duper Trooper admin permissions. He griefed everything and banned the Kingscraft staff members from their own server. Finally, after all this total chaos, Kingscraft folded. They removed the pay-to-win stuff from the server store and left Duper Trooper victorious. While all this was going on, Horizon realized you don't actually need a duplication glitch to take down a pay-to-win server. If you lag it instead, that works almost just as well. An easy way to cause a lot of lag in Minecraft is to bring in a load of entities. Horizon figured out if you place tons of armor stands on a fence with flowing water, they bounce up and down, dropping the server's TPS like crazy. TPS, or ticks per second, is the measure of how laggy a server is. Peak performance is 20 TPS, and anything below 4 is completely unplayable. Horizon mined out an entire forest and massive underground area to collect the wood and stone he needed for the armor stands. The server he was on, Survival Mania, had an anti-lag plugin which clears all entities every so often. This didn't apply to armor stands, but you could only place so many in one chunk before the server would stop you. After doing some experimentation, Horizon discovered if you place the armor stand in one chunk and then push it to another using water, the armor stand limit could be bypassed. Horizon dug a massive platform and tunnel to push the armor stands out of render distance, meaning he'd be able to cause the lag all at once as soon as he loaded the area. After placing armor stands for hours, Horizon finally loaded them in, which dropped the TPS to 0.47, making the game a living nightmare for anyone online. This video has been viewed almost 6 million times, and it wasn't the last time Horizon struck against Survival Mania. While Horizon was working on the armor stand lag, Duper Trooper noticed there was an area around Survival Mania's spawn region that wasn't claimed, meaning anyone could build there. You can't break or place blocks in the spawn region, so Duper Trooper had the idea to create massive lava casts around it. Lava casts are gargantuan cobblestone structures made from lava and water. They're a common griefing strategy on Anarchy servers because you only need a bucket of water and lava to generate a colossal monstrosity. Before they got to that though, Horizon wanted to lag the server one more time. Always on the lookout for new innovations, Horizon installed Baritone, Minecraft AI that automatically plays the game for you. Baritone gathered the materials Horizon needed to build a hefty redstone machine. After building just one layer, the server's TPS dropped from 20 to 8. With 4 layers, TPS dropped to 2. Unfortunately, their lag machine was found, deleted, and they got banned, so Horizon and Duper Trooper rejoined with new accounts and went to those unclaimed chunks around spawn. While trying to create a perimeter of lava casts, Horizon made a profound accidental discovery. He found out that water and lava could flow into the spawn chunks, where you're not supposed to be able to place blocks. Even better though, cobblestone could generate there. With this new innovation, Horizon and Duper Trooper repeatedly covered the mountain with lava, then water and cobblestone, then lava, then water and cobblestone, slowly building up a massive foundation to drench all of spawn in lava. I'm not gonna lie, these time-lapse shots are so satisfying. When the work was done, Horizon notified everyone in his Discord. Tons of his fans raided the server and spammed the chat with anti-pay-to-win propaganda. To tell you the truth, you do not want to be on these guys' bad side. While live streaming one day, Duper Trooper saw a message in his chat coming from a dude who was a moderator on the Jerry vs. Harry Minecraft server, which was incredibly pay to win. The mod bragged about this, boasting that Duper Trooper couldn't do anything about their server, even though it was pay to win. Well, actually, Duper Trooper could do something about it because he had a duplication glitch that worked on there. He joined with some accomplices who duped crate keys, which cost $8 on the server store. In order to pay for the amount of crate keys Duper Trooper's accomplices created, you'd have to spend $524,000. The Jerry vs. Harry player base went crazy when these random dudes started tossing out hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of loot keys. Duper Trooper also paid every single player online hundreds of millions of in-game currency. When the admins finally showed up, they falsely banned more than 30 people for having duplicated items. Using the same exploit that allowed Duper Trooper to get admin on Kingscraft, Horizon got admin on a server called Mortal Minds and did a lot of trolling. This was the pattern. Horizon and Duper Trooper would find a duplication glitch or lag exploit, join a pay-to-win server, take it down, and get tons and tons of views. Duper Trooper even hit Minecraft's biggest minigame, Hypixel Skyblock. Skyblock wasn't exactly pay to win, but Hypixel had recently made the controversial decision to add gems to their store. Players now had the ability to buy Skyblock gems, which allowed them to get booster cookies, which could be sold for millions of coins in the game. Duper Trooper received a message from a Skyblock exploiter who had a duplication glitch that involved backpacks. He never told Duper Trooper how the exploit worked, but instead gave him 8 billion coins of enchanted diamond blocks to distribute. Nowadays, that's practically nothing because the Skyblock economy is super inflated, but back then, that was an insane amount of items. I actually talked to Duper Trooper and he told me some pretty interesting stuff.
I seriously think that if you can't keep your server up with it being non-pay to win, then you just shouldn't have a server. In the scene of Minecraft, I'm basically a terrorist.
He said if he had the chance to dupe on Hypixel again, he wouldn't. Hypixel's system is actually better than most for a couple of reasons. Number 1, Skyblock isn't competitive in the sense that you're not fighting other players in 1v1s. Beyond that, you still have to grind incessantly to get to the top, no matter how much money you spend. On top of that, the coins you get from buying gems and booster cookies come from other players. They aren't made out of thin air, so they're not inflating the economy. Finally, and most importantly, Hypixel Skyblock doesn't have gambling. Duper Trooper believes if you can't keep your server up without pay to win, you shouldn't exist. Sal C1 isn't quite as harsh, but hammers home the point of consumer choice. Anyone buying stuff within Minecraft, a game they already paid for, needs to understand that purchasing a bunch of pixels for real-life money is not a good deal. Older folks can make that decision, but children? Some people push back against the notion that little kids are taking their parents' credit cards to buy Minecraft items, but it's true, and it's been true for a long time. Notch himself, the creator of Minecraft, over 10 years ago, wrote, "I don't even know how many emails we've gotten from parents asking for the $100 back their kids spent on an item pack on a server we have no control over. This was never allowed, but we didn't crack down on it because we're constantly incredibly swamped in other work." Servers don't have to be pay to win to be successful, and Hypixel proves it. They're by far the biggest server in Minecraft, and it's well deserved. They're constantly innovating. Rather than cash out on the same pay-to-win, factions, Skyblock, and prisons game modes, Hypixel is investing in tons of developers to create new, unique content for their games, and those investments are paying off. Child gambling is the most repulsive part of pay-to-win servers, but it's not as though taking them down comes without consequence. Duper Trooper has received multiple cease and desist letters from different server owners, demanding he take down his videos about them. Many legal letters he's received have tons of grammatical errors, so he just clowns on them. Duper Trooper talked to a lawyer and learned duping isn't breaking the law in any way, so these servers can't do anything to him, legally at least. About 2 years ago, one server owner hacked into a YouTube content management system to falsely take down tons of Duper Trooper's videos, saying they were violating YouTube's terms of service. We know these videos weren't violations in the slightest, because Duper Trooper was able to work with YouTube to get all of them reinstated. Soon after that happened though, the anti-pay-to-win movement was super hyped up. Why? The return of the king. Sal C1 was back, baby, and he teamed up with Duper Trooper to dupe on Wild Prisons. Sal even took out Snapcraft twice. With another YouTuber, the Mr. Epic, Duper Trooper went on Donut SMP, the server run by the TikToker Dr. Donut. They targeted each of these servers because of their addicted gambling mechanics, but Donut SMP actually made some changes in response to the duping. The biggest issue contributing to gambling is the intermittent random reward, where you don't know whether or not you'll win something good. Because of Duper Trooper and the Mr. Epic, Donut SMP changed their crate keys to allow people to choose whichever item they wanted. Of course, this isn't as fun because the random aspect is what makes these crate keys enticing, but that's exactly the point. They're trying to make it so kids like Duper Trooper won't get addicted and get sent down a dark path. Donut SMP wasn't the only long-term W they got though. Duper Trooper and the Mr. Epic joined another server called ZedarMC and duped a ton on there. After this, they managed to get into a voice call with the owner and express their concerns, particularly with the mystery crate, a crate where you didn't even know what the rewards were until you bought a key. The server owner was receptive and, at their request, completely removed the mystery crate and even left a funny sign. All this duping, all these videos, with millions of views, is it actually doing anything? Well, the Mr. Epic has made several in-depth analyses looking into this question. To begin, he found out if you have two servers of the same player count, if one of them is pay to win, you can expect it to be making between 4 and 30 times the revenue of the non-pay to win server. It's pretty darn expensive to run a Minecraft server because you have to pay for hosting, plugins, developers, moderators, and often advertising as well. Because of this, most non-pay-to-win servers are barely breaking even, or even losing money. The Mr. Epic himself runs a server getting free advertising with his YouTube channel. Over 2.5 years, the server has made $41,800 in revenue. But after subtracting the server costs, they've only profited 11 grand. split between 2 people working dozens of hours a week, that's not a livable wage. It might be the case that most servers have to be pay to win to actually exist. This may be why, after all the duping, it seems that nothing has really changed. Apart from the notable exceptions mentioned before, taking down pay to win servers had practically no effect on the problem. And yet, these videos reach millions of people, with tons of those being kids who learn about the predatory tactics pay-to-win servers use. The Mr. Epic feels that servers can ethically monetize if it's clear what you get for your money without any misleading tactics like fake sales and absolutely no addictive pay-to-win gambling. On top of that, Duper Trooper feels these videos have a big effect on new servers being created. A brand new server isn't going to want a bunch of nerds pulling up and ruining all their hard work with duplication glitches, so they're launching without the pay to win being as extreme and without the gambling. For example, when the Lifesteal SMP YouTubers were creating their public server, they had a long discussion with Horizon, Salsy1, and Duper Trooper about keeping the server balanced while still supporting itself. Really, this is a problem for Mojang. If they chose to, Mojang could crack down on pay-to-win servers, or at least the ones with gambling. Mojang did partner with a company called GamerSafer to create a list of safe Minecraft servers for kids, but tons of them are pay-to-win with crate keys and gambling. Even with the public outcry, GamerSafer hasn't taken down any server from the list that was shown to be pay-to-win. Salsy1 was pretty disappointed about that, but he told me he'd consider it a victory if Mojang simply enforced a rule saying that servers aren't allowed to operate if they have real-life gambling. While working on this video, Duper Trooper messaged me, "Yo, wanna dupe with us? Right now." Bro, I got class, dude. Skip to dupe with us for the one time. We joined, created a stash spot, and used a relog dupe to create astronomical amounts of wealth. We very quickly had enough money vouchers to surpass the richest players on the server.
Entire economy is 125 million.
Yeah. 14, 28 double chests by the end of it. So that's 28 times 250, 70 billion, if I did my math right. Let me see. 0000, that's million. No, just 7 billion. Meh. I mean, it's alright.
The dupe we were using was found by a couple of glitch hunters. They told Duper Trooper what they'd found, and he gave them each $100 for their efforts. Duper Trooper told me since one of the major costs of servers is advertising, he plans on shouting out a non-pay-to-win server in every single future video to even the playing field out a little bit. After creating our massive stash, the server owners caught on and we got busted. Even though we didn't take down the server, I gotta admit, it was a ton of fun and worth skipping class for.